Avatar 3, aka I've seen this one before. So Avatar Fire and Ice is the third installment in the Avatar franchise, and it just might be the last. With James Cameron stretching the credulity of how much of a blank check a studio will give a director no matter how seasoned they are, this movie about all the tall Smurfs, it remains to be seen if we've seen the finale of this film, or if Disney will approve Avatars 4 and 5. Apparently they've already filmed like some of part 4, because there's going to be an age jump of about 6 years in between the films. A time jump in the film, so show the kids aging. If they don't, then Cameron has come out publicly to say he'll probably write a book to, really finish the whole story, which apparently there are some loose ends, which I'm not sure which ones there are, except for the fact that the Colonel's still alive. Spoilers? Now, when I made the joke earlier about I've seen this movie before, a coworker actually told me, I was in a meeting, Eddie, it's not that serious, it's just a movie. To which my response is, if a movie costs $300 million, it better have some damn quality storytelling, which there are some parts of this film that work. Like the Sully family and their mourning the loss of the older brother, which, pause real quick, I bet you $10 none of you can name the older brother from the second film without looking it up. That's what I thought. Jake and the Colonel remain deadlocked with the evil corporation, I think RDA, still trying to take down the sea whales for the immortality juice. Because unobtainium was too funny of a material, I guess? I'm not quite sure. Anyway, all the characters are back from part 2. A vast part of the film feels very repetitive of the last film. Granted, they were filmed back to back, but it feels like we're really retreading old ground again. The most interesting part about this is actually the parts between Spider and Neytiri, and the fact that when she looks at him, she sees the beings that killed her son, and she mourns for him. The whole family mourns for him, which Jake is not equipped to process. Lo and behold, it doesn't matter, even if you become a blue avatar, tall person, we all still need therapy. On the other end, though, we do see the Colonel desperately trying to make a relationship with Spider happen, while also going, to be frank, full native with this very toxic, hold on real quick. Baddie. Apparently that's what the kids are saying nowadays. Anyway, Barang, which sounds like more like a Godzilla villain than anything else, but okay. It's a classic story of native people turning on their own kind to help the invaders. There are some, frankly, very interesting elements which maybe are due more of a proper breakdown. There's a part where she's actually feeding, drugs to her followers, so that way they're in pain if they're away from her too long. It's very intelligent, I'll give them that much. The world building in these films is outstanding. My only problem are with the climaxes, but again, we will get there later. Actually, no, let's get to it right now. All of this story culminating in a giant battle in the sky and in the water with the planet Pandora fighting back. And I mean, look, my biggest issue is that, again, I've seen this part. I could probably show you action sequences from parts 1, 2, and 3, shuffle them around, and you wouldn't know which film it came from. Now, I'll give Cameron this much credit, though. He is very good at giving the audience a lot of dread and hitting rock bottom as a sense of desperation begins to settle before the big heroic comeback that we all know is coming. These movies also feel alarmingly timely with the way that the military treats these natives as hostiles. It's a stark and frankly horrifying mirror of what we're dealing with today. Now, obviously this film was not made 3 months ago. Obviously Cameron had this vision long before the ice raids began. But I do think it's very telling that he is so close to what we're seeing today. Also, like, the desire for a company to want to use kids for medical experimentation is just so on point, it fucking hurts. I really do think that this movie excels on the front part with all the family drama. It's concerning. This movie really excels on the front end without the family drama. It's, as far as I'm concerned, the best part. Maybe a better final play would have been that instead of the big fight in the sea and in the air like we've seen in the first 2 films, maybe fight in the industrial complex where the military is and have the Na'vi come and attack and fight and take initiative and take the fight to the military. I mean, I imagine that final battle could have been interesting. Pandora fighting back as one planet. The daughter maybe even directing the battle. That could have been interesting. Also, like, we could have had all these new creatures helping the Na'vi fight back. It just, look, I don't know, a very interesting third final battle sequence would have been better. I can't help but feel that the RDF the RDA are betting on peace with the local people of Pandora, but at some point you need to fight back, which I think is a very relevant message right now, given our charged political climate, to say the least. Now, I'm not sure what the next set of films are going to be about or have, but I can appreciate everything that went into the multiple twists and turns in the story. Again, the writing of the Sully family is great. The big sequences probably need some work. They feel a little tired. To me, at least to me. The story has some decent character moments, but again, there's some stuff to work on there. That said, this film, it's fine. It's a 6 out of 10. I don't think it's better than the first one. I don't think it's better than the second one, if I'm being honest with you. It's a solid trilogy capper, but I mean, it felt like the bar was just like slightly lower with each one, if that makes sense. But anyway, it's 6 out of 10 for me. I hope no one finds that insulting. It's just my personal preference. That said, what do you all think of this film? Let us know down below. We'd really appreciate it, and we'll catch you on next time.